All right, I'm just gonna film here, my friend. I got an issue coming from the the antenna up here. Okay, working with this, and it's running back and forth into the back room through the bulkhead on the ground because the phone line runs through there. Can you see the phone line right there? And right here, let me go get a magnet, and this is magnetized right here. It goes up to this light, and it changes pressure here. It amplifies here. Pay attention into the microphone coil too. Something just clicked into the phone. Electrostatics. Even here, this is all magnetizing right here. The whole sink. And it's not magnetic. I could stick a magnet in there, it don't stick, but I could start to pull bands, electrostatic bands with this, because in the sink, they like to use that. The vent. No, it's getting bad right now. Like there's shit moving in and it's hitting the bones in the back of my head. It's going to the back of my head using my mouth, using the side of my head. Because that's how you get into the optic nerve, or the eyeballs right here. You could send modulation in there and bypass, especially up here on top of the head with the virtual network up here. That virtual network that will go up here in Operation Jawbone. There's a camera here, and there's a camera in the occipital region back here too. DARPA will show you that one at Carnegie Mellon, what they did. Okay? DARPA. So someone... Oh, fuck. Someone come in here and put in some DARPA shit. Especially if you look at DARPA's old brain chip interfaces, they had the two electrodes and they were square. These squares they're putting on paralyzed people on the top of their head on each side of the hemisphere of the brain. Okay? It's the same fucking thing. Identical. And it's like a diode in there now. Okay? And it splits the frequency. So when these radio communications come in here, it'll run onto a splitter, and then they can rewrite fucking all kinds of weird shit, and it's going right into the ear. Okay, because the voltage in it's bypassing. How in the hell they got it in there? I would leave, and I would be walking around, and they would just start. They started in the ear, okay, for the ear and the top of the head. Nothing was going on, and it's just all this pain. And they just kept beating to the point where they started giving me a stroke. And I had to just sit there. And they jammed it through. However in the hell you do it. However in the fuck you do it. The birds are gone. Alright, let me go open the door. Birds are gone. Pay attention. Because they just started all of a sudden. This like loud pop from the bird. This amplitude, the pop that works with the antenna up here. Okay, and if I show you about right here, something just like flies in from the antenna down here, or the phone line. It goes right up, doink. You could hear this. It's like I like, dude, it's some of the strangest shit going into the drywall. And it's not a big, loud crack, but you could hear it. And it runs past the stairwell to the other side of the room, in the living room. And there's one in there by the window. Now they're up in the rafters, just moving an oscillation back and forth. Just back and forth. And all the copper right here. Yeah, it's not very wise to talk about this, but it's getting bad in here. And some people need to see this. There's a speaker right there. Okay, on the screen, it looks like a little circle. A circle speaker dispersion. Okay, the retina works the same way. Just look at your eyeball. Your eyeball's retina, it's the same thing. Identical to a speaker. All right, the birds are moving away a little bit, and their dispersions are going in a certain direction to... Here goes the police. Pay attention to the birds. Microwave. It's a silencer. This is soundproof, too. Inside this microwave, it's soundproof. Oh. Did you hear that? Pulls the static right out of the phone. Like, I don't know which fucking, like, faggotor's here right now. Which fucking weirdo fucking that has fucking the algorithm right now. But when the police go, that's usually a signal that somebody's really in the grid right now fucking someone up. There's no ands, buts, ors about it. And the problem is, like I said, it's not just this smart meter. See, now you guys who are in cybersecurity, you gotta learn that the human has the antenna. When there's this level of fucking computing going on in the head, and it's pairing with outside networks and shit. Once that meter is broke, because my power kept getting bumped, like it would go off for 2 minutes. I don't know if I explained this. It would go off for 2 minutes, turn back on, and the next day it would happen again. My PlayStation bricked. Okay, they got through the PlayStation. They say that's the hardest thing to crack. It's a PlayStation. Well, it didn't brick. I could still turn it on. I just need to upload the software to a version that's higher. It won't even turn it on. But it's probably for a good thing I never did that. We'll just leave it at that. But once that smart meter gets broken into, it's malware for the rest of the fucking grid anywhere I go. And if this piece of static, hybrid gas, whatever the fuck it is, okay, it's invisible. And half of the time what it is, it's police are gone. Right on clockwork here. Like clockwork. Tickety tock. Hobbity hawk. The police got a Glock. Did you see the new DeWalt Glocks they put out? DeWalt put out a Glock for $1,500. The Power Screw Company. With these two clips that look like razor knives. Excuse me, two magazines that look like razor knives, and a drum that looks like a battery, like a 100-round drum for the Glock. Black and gold Glock, like clockwork. Oh, there we go. Now we got another. There's the old phone box. The lines have been they no longer exist. They're no longer connected, but they do go down through the bulkhead here. Through the house to the cable box now. And that cable box node is really bad, you guys. Now let me explain what the fuck's really going on here. See, I'm walking in. There's copper right here. And the house splits here. This used to be really bad here. Someone really had this fucked up. And then the glass. It's double pane glass. There's shit inside of the glass now. With the speaker here. And the screen. So I walk in, there's copper here. That could be remote control. You could send a load oscillation through the fucking floor in the copper. And right here, there's more. They like the ventilation system a lot. Okay, because the ventilation system... let's go back out here. More sirens. I'm getting a pain right here. Because it's in my mouth. Okay, it's in my mouth. These guys like to work off of this flue here. And that's the old one. It comes down. Now I got a new one right here. And now You just start rubbing that and vibrate it, that causes electrostatic too. Big problem. Shut up! All right, I got a big return. There's a satellite dish right there inside the house with an electric box. That's fire. That's fire. That be fire. You hear the birds? Sounds like the birds are laughing. I just caught it. See, when the bird just went, ha ha ha, I don't know if the phone picked. Oh, look at this. The phone might have picked it up. Something shot off the roof here, or from over here in the lines. It's up a little bit, and it literally collided in the sky. A wave collapse. Propagation. Unreal. Hey, what's your frequencies? Hey, what's your frequency? Hey, what's your frequency? Someone call up the Moon Township Police Station. Ask them what the big commotion is, since there's no free press here. Call up the Moon Police Station, because that's a fire that's going through the emergency broadcast. There you go. Are they in my neighborhood? No, that can't be my neighborhood. That's the main road. That's where the old police captain lives up there. Look at the fairy ring. Oh, they turned the siren. They must be there, huh? Look at this shit. Look at this. There's gas here. You can see it. Like a green gas. Hydrogen. Like dirty electric here. Maybe it's fire. I don't know. Is it fire? Hello! Echo chamber! No, I just want to see what's going on. This shit's started getting out of hand here. Like really, really bad. Even look over in this direction, what we got going on here. No, this all matters. This all matters. Like, when are you guys just gonna put me in a suit, you fucking peeping toms? Give me my little partner, like fucking with a suit. I get to go around and talk to all the. Get to go around and talk to all the fucking morgue people. Find out what the fuck's going on. I don't need to, though, because you guys are doing a good job. I don't have to get involved. They got another truck coming up here. Where the fuck are they going? Oh, they turned off. What happened? That's pretty close. I'm going to have to go for a walk and look, I guess, huh? Maybe there's a bad accident? I don't know. It kind of looks like something's moving quick up here. Some off-colored smoke signals. You hear the birds? Listen to the birds' angry call. I heard Angry Birds, that video game, Angry Birds. It was one of the leakiest fucking games you could ever play in your life. Like, it was really bad. But you gotta listen to the birds' modulation whenever they get angry. Okay, because if the bird's kind of angry, that's gonna change the brain's fucking harmonic and the water crystals and the air pressure in the bird. Whenever that call goes out, it's just a little bit different, and it doesn't have that nice tone to it. Like when someone yells at you, like I yell like echo chamber. That's, you got to put some wind into that, some voltage. And as you take that voltage and try to get the amperage through there, because it's an amplitude. it starts updating the system, like a security update. And that's why security updates are so bad for cell phones right now. There's a lot cybersecurity. There's a lot clandestine, covert channel hoppers. There's a lot that happens in these security updates. And you know, it really sucks. I cannot use the phone. I don't even need a gun. If I buy the fucking phone, I cannot use the phone without agreeing to security updates. Bullshit. Bullshit. They said the FBI, they're giving more power to those people who are vandalizing Tesla stations to do surveillance. That's the main road. That's on Beaver Grade Road. Oh, they must be smoking fucking chongers up here at the new tobacco store. Anyways, where did I leave off at? Where did I leave off? No, I'm not going up there and looking. I want all that fucking fire trucks and shit up there. I'm not going up there and looking. No, there's too much shit in electric grid because they have to follow them. They got new radios, and I'm just a fucking hot live wire right now, and the birds are trying to update the security updates. That's what I was at. Security updates. Now, it kind of died down in here. It wasn't, like, you gotta imagine, like, dude, AI, why don't you just fucking pull the shit off the phone, or just, you can get in my memory, AI, and see what the fuck they're doing. Why don't you just make a video for me? You can see this, and it's pissing me off. What they do, where they get these bands, like, it's going on right now, but you can't feel it. But there's something that hits the body. There's something that goes on the body. This static, electric, and you bend it a little bit, and it's like a magnet. And then all of a sudden you start to feel it, and then they can pull shift this thing back and forth. We'll come over here, bounce back and forth here, bounce, just start bouncing around until fucking something goes in. And then try to make this like little DC motor on the ceiling, like it's in the ionosphere. Like there's a static band that will run all the way across this fucking thing. Right to here. And they're trying to, it's like a 3D fucking printer. What these fuckers are up to. And they're getting better. Okay, don't get me wrong. This shit's really advancing. But these assholes had no clue what they were doing when they first brought this in here. Not a clue. And it was all just, hey, if you think you can do something, we'll sell it to you. And now the program, it's just set up in such a way you just, it's like a video game, like a Super Nintendo video game cartridge. And it just uploads right in. AI, I'm telling you right now, AI, you can get this on me because I'm the antenna. And you can make a video of this, of what the fuck's going on. Matter of fact, we're going to have, well, I don't want to wait for robots. But the new cell phones, we should be having a way to detect this shit. Since we can detect our heart rate with the camera. What's going on, guys? Who's going to put an application together? Who's going to hang out with me? And record all the shit and make millions and billions of dollars putting an application together. So when shit starts to happen, you can get this and it will be recorded real time. Emergency services, check this out. Check this out, emergency services. Don't forget the angles right there. They're all that's all magnetic. Who the fuck are you? I don't like you. You're a disease. No, these guys are fucking. You gotta remember all the tornadoes and shit, man. Who's been studying all that shit? All that shit that happens, all these extremely low frequencies. What's that doing to the land? What's that doing to the organics down there? And these motherfuckers. Oh boy, all the smart dust down there. Yeah, we can't monitor no tornado. We can only do it in one of them nuclear fusion bubble reactors. We can't do it anywhere else. But we got all this smart dust. All this fucking crazy polymers, all these magnetodielectrics. Fuck, you could probably use one of Mark Cuban's low-cost drug pills and just sprinkle it out in the fucking atmosphere through the fucking planes and use that to fucking monitor a fucking hurricane. This is why this is getting a little bit ridiculous. And it's like, there's so many fucking yahoos out here, man. There's another fucking fire truck. They're coming from over here. Look at the pressure, too. Usually that's bent this way. What's faster, the hand or the eye? Boy, that's a lot of fucking trucks. Someone call the Moon Police Station to find out what happened. Just say you're really concerned and you're doing journalism or something. That's a lot of fire trucks for... That can't be a false alarm with all them trucks, huh? Who was going to drive by here? Roto-Rooter. Plumbers. Fucking plumbers. Yeah, cybersecurity, that's another one. Plumbers and electricians. Oh boy, that's like tariffs time, huh? Tariffs! Talking tariffs. There's a radio signal coming out of here. This house is fucking loaded and it gets hot. Whatever the fuck these guys make in these biogeometries and shit, it gets fucking hot. Like, when you start seeing like plutonium and uranium and moscovnium and shit flying the fuck around, dude. Holy shit, it ain't hard to make uranium up here in the sky, y'all. Just think, it ain't that hard. Like, it's like I said, there's at least, I know for a fact that there is a trillionaire in this country right now that has 1 trillion, for a fact, to all you billionaires. You know, you could already read my mind, like, all you guys that are up there on this level, and I don't even need to talk about it. And I know we already connected and we had multiple fucking inputs and outputs, and there's no problem of getting an output signal and communicating with a fucking computer in multiple fucking waveforms and shit. But let me tell you, that's a lot of energy, and to keep it going and going and going and going and going and going, it is one of the hardest things to do, especially for the IP. How about that? How about that? For each IP has its own uniqueness. So for some IPs, it's hey, we could get there, we could do it, but to continue to do that and use that huge amount of energy and then try to run into the artificial retina and everything and blah, 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 blah. Dude, it's a lot of energy. The haves don't like it, and neither does the goddamn fucking bifilar coils with the fucking BCI and the goddamn optogenetics and the fucking dick sucker. A little too far. He is not crazy. You're crazy. He's not crazy.